Welcome back. Time for some sports news for you. Now, the SABC Board was in Parliament, as we heard earlier. Now, part of their deliberations to Parliament with regards to their planned turnaround strategy dealt with the acquisition of sports rights broadcasting.
In general, financial performance parameters that supports the return to financial sustainability for the corporation will be applied to acquisition decisions. I can honestly say that is, for example, a significant decision that formed part of the EPL acquisition. It's anticipated to generate profit for the organisation, hence we proceeded. There's a similar decision around the T20 that is on the way. Again, there's profit that is anticipated to be made, hence we proceeded. So particularly when you look at sports rights and those that are in national interest, it's also our plan to conclude on these in terms of return on investment that ensures a return to financial sustainability.
Two examples that we are giving in this instance, one is the Premier League, which was procured, and we anticipate a positive ROI from the English Premier League, for example. We also stated that the T20, the partnership that we have with Cricket South Africa, our projections are giving us an indication that we will also do well in those instances. So where investment is made, we must make sure that there's concerted effort that ROI is actually demonstrated.
The next slide effectively gives you a sense of how those costs have really escalated far beyond inflation. And effectively what we have seen is a trend where many of the rights holders for the sports that we are required to cover in terms of our regulation have increased quite significantly. If you look at the historical trend here, effectively you will see that we operate at a significant loss in terms of this mandate that we are required to fulfill. However, what we have done, and as you can see as reflected in 2017-2018, is that we're beginning to stop this trend of excessive losses around sports rights. And this is really reflected in some of the acquisitions of sports rights that we have done in the past 6 months that have already begun to realize a significant revenue. And here we're talking about rights like the English Premier League that we now broadcast on SABC3, and the anticipated revenue, as was reflected from our group executive commercial enterprises, that will derive from the recent rights acquisition of the T20 Global Tournament, which will be coming to South Africa.